everybody. So I just want to talk about how you can kind of, let's just say, cut your expenses in half when you join up with another person. So yesterday I was meeting a friend and we went on a walk, and then we were, had plans to have dinner, but we were nearby a Wegmans, and so she asked if I didn't mind to go in there, and I had already gone in there earlier to do a couple little grocery shopping things. But the bottom line was she was looking for a couple things, and we ran by this one section that had Irish bread, and this is 1/4 of the size, the piece of bread, of what the full piece of bread was. So the full piece of bread, if you were going to buy the full piece of bread, was $7, okay? And I was like, this looks interesting. It's Irish soda bread with currants. I've never had that. I want to try that. And she's like, oh, I love currants. And so we were both like, let's try it. So we were getting ready to buy the $7 piece of bread. And, hello. And then she said, how about if we look at the pile here, it looks like maybe they have smaller portions. So then there was a half of the half. So instead of $7, it was labeled as $4. And she said, how do you feel about getting just the $4 half of bread, and then we split that in half, so it's just $2 each? And she goes, what do you think of that? And I said, that sounds great. Now, the point is, we got to try a piece of bread. Really good. And it's a whole grain bread with currants. We got to experience an Irish treat. We didn't spend $7. We spent $2. So sometimes it makes sense to go in with someone else on your purchases. So another day, I was out with my other friend, and we were, let me just put this in my bag here, hang on. And we were out doing some grocery shopping, and, sometimes we help one another. I'll give her a ride, and she'll pay me gas in order so that we could go together. And meanwhile, we already both have to do these errands already, so we'll just do them together, so it makes it a little bit more fun. So then again, I'm like, I really need to get some coconut water. And she's like, oh, I want to get some too. And so then we look at the price of what a case is, right? And the case would be $20. And she's like, well, how about we buy the case and you get half and I get half, so we're only paying $10, but it just, it helps us out. And I was like, that's great. So what I'm saying is, you don't have to do it and take the entire load on yourself. You can share the load with somebody else if you both have the same interest in buying the same item. And then you get to taste something, try something new. And then if you like that thing, then hey, then you could buy it again. And then also when you're with another person, and there's certain goat cheeses that I really am enjoying right now currently. And so I'm trying different kinds. And my friend was like, oh, I really wanted to try goat cheese. And she's like, do you have a recommendation? And it's like, yes, I actually did. But if she was by herself shopping, she would have missed that opportunity to get that information, because she would have been by herself. And that's where sometimes when you're going together, you're experiencing community together, you're able to, learn new things. And I dropped the lid. Learn new things, share in the details of life, lessons learned, things that you recommend together, instead of just trying something on your own and then hating it because you don't like what it is, but somebody's going, hey, I already tried that and it's really good, you're going to love it. And it doesn't mean that person will absolutely love it, because maybe your tastes are different, but the idea is that at least you feel more comfortable taking that risk to try something new as opposed to spending the whole amount up front. So it's just another way to just, in these days of trying to save money and be more, conscious about what we spend on food, for example, and groceries, to share the burden with another person that has the same interest in buying the same kind of food that you're interested in. And then, one person maybe goes and does the shopping, and then the other person maybe pays a little bit for, the gas or whatever. So you can work it out in many different ways. Just, there are other options than thinking that you have to handle everything alone. So find a way in your current, grocery schedule to share the burden in community with somebody else. Maybe it's another single person. Maybe it's a family. Maybe you can buy snacks together and then share the cost of the snacks so that your kids get some and the other family's kids get some, and then you're not putting out that whole amount up front. And that little bit of savings you can put, that you're saving in that grocery bill, you can put that into your actual savings and then put that into investing towards your future, so that you're not like house poor or cash poor from just all of the bills. So it's just something to consider. It doesn't take a lot. It's just a different mind shift. So I hope you have a good one. Bye.